Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I'm Crypto Kip. Today, we are doing another live stream for you guys, and we got a lot of great announcements here today. We also got some more FUD that we got to talk about. Markets are looking a little crazy. Bitcoin dominance is moving up. CRO is falling down a little bit. Binance is getting FUDded. Gary Gensler is out of control, but I don't think he's going to win. And we're going to talk a little bit about that here in the video. I got a couple great stories I want to share with you. And of course, today and every day on these live streams, I am joined by my partner on the channel, Blacksea. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. So happy to be here. Like always, excited to see what is going on in the world of crypto.
We got a lot to talk about. Benny Blue Eyes Nazar. We got Francisco in the chat. Good to have you fellas with us. Texas Crypto. Glad of you to join us. Let's get into it, guys. So, I want to start this stream out by just taking a step back. I mean, before I get into all these charts and all these technicals, let's talk about how everybody's feeling, all right? Blacksea, I think you know where I'm going with this one because we just talked a little bit about this before the stream. We got to talking before the stream. We were a little behind here today because we kind of were like, let's talk a little bit about how this market feels.
Yeah, I mean, the real question, how is everybody feeling? More so, where is everybody? That's the better question. And it's a very, very good thing to be concerned about because when the people are leaving and things get quiet, that usually means that you are in the place to make and achieve great, great, great possibilities of fortune. Because when everybody's in one place and you're going the way that the entire crowd is going, it's very, very unlikely that all of you guys are going to build significant wealth. But if you are going on the path less traveled, then you may stumble upon something great.
Yeah, and it seems like we just talked a little bit about this. The FTX collapse happened, right? And then after that FTX collapse, if you bought, that peak fear was there, then I'd say that right there is probably the best buying opportunity could have made because, buy when there's blood in the streets, buy when there's ultimate fear. That was probably number one. Now we're in a new phase, right? We had a huge pump. Bitcoin went up 40% in the month of January, and it went flatline in February. Let me remind you guys, it went flatline in February. By the feeling in the market right now, you would feel like Bitcoin crashed another 80%. That is honestly how I feel the mood in the room is right now for crypto.
I think that's spot on. I think that's so spot on. It really comes down to, it really reminds me back when we were buying Bitcoin around the $4,000 price level. It was as if nobody was there. Nobody was there at all. I just felt like Bitcoin went back to 2011. It's really interesting.
Yeah, and it's super strange. But the thing is, and you said it so exact, these are the times where it feels, if it feels like nobody's there and you're buying right now, you're buying before the big wave comes, right? There's going to be more FOMO moments, right? There's going to be moments where these coins go up by 20, 50, some coins by 100, 200% in a day. Like that's going to happen. Now, you're not going to get 100%, 200% gains in a day for Bitcoin, not by any means. But you're going to get 10% moves, guys. Like, get ready. It's going to happen again. It's all about the cycles. We talk about it every time. But let's look at this, So the market today, we know how the sentiment feels, right? The market today is doing the same thing. We're at $1.05 trillion, guys. You got a Bitcoin dominance climbing up. Blacksea, you've been talking about this. We do expect Bitcoin dominance to kind of climb up. It's holding pretty strong here at the $23,400 level. Meanwhile, to support your point, Binance is down 3%. Look at some of these altcoins. Cardano's down 8.58% over the last 7 days, but Doge is down. And then you look at CRO, and it's down 7 or 8%, right? I mean, this is what we're seeing. The Bitcoin dominance is picking up. Why? Because it feels like nobody's home. And so the only thing that happens is people kind of start to buy Bitcoin and some weak hands start to sell, right? Overall, though, this is where we're at, right? I mean, we're looking strong overall. I mean, you guys, 40% gains in January and the sentiment is dead. To me, it doesn't make sense. But when you start to think about it, why is that happening? Probably just because it shows you people still don't get it. 20% of Americans own crypto in some capacity, but do those 20% of people understand it? And I would argue that 90% of those 20%ers, maybe 50% of those people, that 20%, could have weak hands on any given day with a big news story that comes out, right? So we're really still in this early adoption phase, and it's $1 trillion market cap. But remember, guys, it was a $3 trillion market cap just 2 years ago. How crazy is that to think about?
Wow. The 2 years ago is an interesting thing to think about because, it seems like it was yesterday when we were peaking out at 69,000. That's really, really interesting. And that just makes me, if you guys could see me, I have a stupid grin on my face because what that tells me is, guys, there is a big pump around the corner, guys. There's going to be a very, very, very large move in crypto. And, that's why you should be patting yourselves on the back for you guys that are around right now, because this is the same time how it was, like I said, back when Bitcoin was $4,000 and we were buying. That's how I feel it is right now. And this is the accumulation zone, guys. From now leading into the next Bitcoin halving is an accumulation zone, and it's going to be a lot of boring sideways action. Sure, we might come up to 30K, maybe 40K, but guys, you should be patting yourselves on the back every single time you're buying crypto right now leading into the next halving.
Absolutely. And Blacksea, I'm looking in the chat right now, and I'm seeing the same these names that I see all the time, this loyal crew. I mean, you got Francisco, Benny, Nazar, you got Michael Artezi. How you doing, Michael? Crow Bro, that's a new name. Welcome to the squad. Maybe you've been around. Welcome back if you have been. But these names that I'm seeing here in the chat, these are the kind of people, right? You guys that are here with us today and consistently, and not even with us, right? But present in the crypto market. I'm so excited to see how much money you guys are going to make, how much money we're all going to make, because it's the people that stick around when it's the hardest. And guys, even though, we talk about how bullish we are on this channel every day, but I don't want to fool you for a second. If you think for 1 minute that I don't wake up in the morning and sigh when I don't see the markets doing what I want, come on. We're all human here. We are bullish. We have a belief. We are dedicated. I'm sure everybody that's loyal here to crypto in the chat, you're going through the same thing. But the thing that sets you apart from the pack, and the reason if you're dollar cost averaging during these times, the reason you're going to make money is because you're here when it is hard to be here. That being said, it sounds silly because, again, January was 40% gains for Bitcoin. But you know what I'm saying, Blacksea?
Yeah, I mean, I can't say this enough. Really, if you're here right now, you're going to be very, very happy that you were here when no one else was here. Because guys, you got to understand, when we start getting past that Bitcoin halving and we start seeing these big moves up on Bitcoin, and we start to see the media start talking about Bitcoin 24/7 nonstop, and the true FOMO happens again, guys, your bags are going to be 10x, 20x. There's going to be massive moves. There's going to be massive moves, and everyone's going to be kicking themselves saying, why didn't I buy back when Bitcoin was 20,000? Why didn't I buy when Bitcoin was 30,000? And you know what, guys? You'll be able to say, well, guess who did? Yep. I did.
You and me. That's right, Crow Bro. I see you bought the dip. What a great day to buy. I mean, Crow's down 8% over the last 7 days. But, Bitcoin, look, guys, these are the weekly candles. Each one of these red and green lines you're looking at right now represents a week. Okay? We see the bottom here. This is the FTX collapse week, right? Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys so you can see it a little clearer. This is the FTX collapse week, right? And then there's the bottom. If you bought here, you should be celebrating right here, and you should be celebrating right here, and we are. But that doesn't mean that it gets tiring, right? Doesn't mean that it gets tiring, but just know one of these moments is coming again. One of these rocket ships, we're all going to hop on it again. It's coming, unless there's some black swan event and crypto dies, which, guys, it ain't going nowhere. That's why everybody's talking about it all the time. You see ads for it on CNBC. You see Fidelity getting into it. You hear everybody talking about Visa and MasterCard and their crypto strategy. You hear about the G20 summit talking about the crypto regulation. You hear the IMF saying, oh, we're thinking about banning crypto, and oh, actually, we're going to take that off the table. You hear BlackRock getting into crypto. You hear these crypto-friendly banks now. When did we ever have a crypto-friendly bank in the history of crypto? Now, granted, Silvergate's not doing so well. We'll talk a little bit about that in the stream, but there's so many crazy, awesome things are going on. And those things weren't even happening when this bull run happened or when this bull run happened. Guys, it's so insane.
Yeah, we are. First off, I gotta say, Let's Go Crow in the chat gifting another membership. That's awesome. I love seeing that. I love seeing the community giving back. Our goal is to give back. We love seeing the community give back. That's why we do our giveaways. Super excited to do more giveaways. But thank you so much, Let's Go Crow. That's so cool, guys. If you gift memberships, it's just awesome. It's awesome. Thank you.
In the last 3 streams we have had at least one gifted membership every single stream. I love this community. Let's Go Crow, you are a hero. Send some fire emojis in the chat for Let's Go Crow. Who got that membership? I gotta welcome this newcomer. I don't see him. I don't see who it was. I gotta see this. I don't know. But welcome, whoever you are out there. Welcome to the Crypto Report community. Let's take a little look here. For you, Let's Go Crow. This one's for you, Let's Go Crow. Let's take a little peek at the Crow chart. Now, ouch, ouch, ouch. It hurts a little bit, but it's nothing that we didn't expect. If you've been watching the channel, and Let's Go Crow, you've been here for a long time, so I think you know the drill. Benny, I know you know the drill. You guys have been here. Texas, Nazar, you guys know the drill. We've been looking at this Crow versus Bitcoin chart here for the last couple weeks very intently. Nobody really talks about this Crow versus Bitcoin chart. I look at all the Cronos influencers. There's a lot of great ones out there. There's a lot of really great influencers out there. There's a lot of great YouTubers. But I will say this. I do not see other channels talking about altcoins versus whatever altcoin they're talking about versus Bitcoin, especially Crow versus Bitcoin. Sometimes I see it for some other altcoins. I never see anybody talking about Crow versus Bitcoin. And we've been talking about this chart here for the last couple weeks. And it's very important. Why? Because we're talking about Bitcoin dominance going up. Well, if Bitcoin dominance goes up, that means that the altcoin dominance has to go down. And if the altcoin dominance has to go down, then we can trade on a technical level on those moves, right? And so what you're looking at right now is here's the FTX collapse. So Crow fell horribly versus Bitcoin, just like all the other altcoins did. Now, here's a couple price levels that we've been looking at, and these are the daily candles, guys. These are daily candles. And we were trading in this channel pretty successfully for a while, and this was a very exciting day. This was, I was very, very happy to see this on that January 15th. Basically, I think this was the day we almost hit 10 cents. It might have been actually, maybe it wasn't back in February, but you'll see as Crow pumps, it gets a little move up against Bitcoin. But Blacksea, I got to give you props here because we were talking about some of these levels, and we're not there yet. But you were saying, hey, I could see it too, right? We might get down to this bottom level, and now we're dipping. We just broke out of this channel here, and we're breaking down, and we're gonna see if we don't bounce off this, then there's a very strong possibility we could test off this lower line. But
well, I'm gonna be honest with you. It would be a good thing if we did come down to test that bottom line on Crowcoin versus Bitcoin, because that would mean that Bitcoin's dominance would be reaching the 44% level. And when Bitcoin dominance does reach that 44% level, and I will say that we want to see that coupled with a move to the upside on Bitcoin. That's important, guys. But say that we do get that 44% Bitcoin dominance with a move to the upside on Bitcoin, and we see us reach this lower level on Crowcoin. Well, guys, then we trade sideways on Bitcoin for a little bit, okay? At 44% Bitcoin dominance. Then when we trade sideways for that point, that's when you're going to start to see the really, really big moves in altcoins. And then you're going to start seeing Crowcoin outperform Bitcoin on the Cronos versus Bitcoin chart. So all in all, we do want to see us come down here a little bit, but we need Bitcoin to move up and gain more dominance at the same time.
It's just a game of tides, guys, and it's a great point. It's things flow towards Bitcoin, Bitcoin takes a break, and then the altcoins rally, and they rally really, really big. Now, this is that line we've been talking about. This is looking increasingly likely. Now, the big question is can we get all the way down here? It's possible. These are the weekly candles. Now I zoomed out a little bit. Guys, CRO, I just want to be totally honest with you guys. You got to understand, these markets. CRO could still lose 47% of its value versus Bitcoin. I'm going to say that again. CRO could still lose 47% of its value versus Bitcoin. But Crypto Kip, you've been talking about buying CRO. You have a big bag of CRO yourself. You filled your CRO bags. How are you feeling? Well, I'm feeling great. Why? Because I do know that on the counter of that, the upside is 400%. Altcoins move more than Bitcoin, but Bitcoin's got to do its thing first, just like Blacksea said here. So guys, be patient. Be very patient. It's a very patient game. Dollar cost average into your favorite projects. Do your research, but just know Bitcoin's going to do its thing first. Again, what are these market cycles based off of, right? What is the whole crypto market based off? Why do these 4-year cycles they're around the Bitcoin halving. And so every single coin out here, we're just waiting on Bitcoin, guys, but the conversation hasn't changed.
We're tied to it. And, that's why crypto is so awesome. That's why I was drawn to crypto in the beginning, was because not only, I was drawn to Bitcoin, but once you start to get into Bitcoin, you start to meander around and you realize, oh, what else is around here? What else is around here? And you're like a curious cat. And hopefully you make some money along the ways and you don't get killed. That's basically the fact of the matter. But I will say that, the reason why trading altcoins is such a great tool when investing in crypto is because what Crypto Kip just said. There's a chance that we come down 40% on CRO versus Bitcoin. But there's a chance of going up 400% against CRO versus Bitcoin.
Let me double down on that. That's 400% from here. Now let's just pretend, Blacksea, to your point, that we do come down to this lower level. Well, then you're 400%. Let's say you buy CRO then. That's an almost 900% gain against Bitcoin. So
yeah, almost a 10x. It's as simple as that.
Wild. It's so wild.
But that's why we love crypto, because there's so much opportunity to create financial freedom for you. There's so much opportunity to build portfolios and build a position to chase the life that you want to have. There's lots of money to be made, and yes, there's lots of risk, but with a lot of risk comes a high reward. And if you understand the timing of these Bitcoin cycles, you can achieve these goals.
It's not that hard, guys. The hardest thing is taking profit, but stick with us here on this channel, and we're going to celebrate some profit-taking strategies together. We got a guy in the chat. He's usually, I don't see him, Mr. Plan Profit. I love that name. I love it because it's the most important thing to do in crypto. You do got to plan your profit, guys. You got to plan your profit because inevitably there will be generational wealth building opportunities if you're buying the bottom of these markets. And maybe it's not generational wealth, but maybe you can buy that car that you need to step up your life. Maybe you can buy that house that you've been saving up for in this horrible housing market that we have. And I do have a comment here in the chat. I want to shout out David Baker. I believe in CRO. I have 220,000 CRO and building. If I had more money, it would be in CRO. I love it. That's a big bag of CRO. But I do urge you, David, remember, Bitcoin's cool too. Ethereum's cool too. Not a financial advice, guys, but I like a diversified portfolio. But David, CRO's going to have its day. And there's a couple things holding us back. Let's talk a little bit about what that might be. Now, remember, guys, Crypto.com is one of the world's largest crypto exchanges. Now, there's some other bigger ones, right? There's some other ones with bigger trading volume, sure, for sure. But let's just take a little look here. What do they got going on? They're listing Bone. This is great. They got the Crypto.com exchange, which isn't available in the U.S. yet. Not available in the U.S. They do a great job. They got a partnership with the 76ers, and they got some famous NBA players that they're doing autographed jerseys. So they're spreading the word in many different ways. They had the FIFA partnership. And, look at this Crypto.com research and insights Twitter. Crypto.com retweeted this. They have their own insights and research Twitter account as well, which is very cool. You should follow that as well. But remember, Cronos is a top 10 chain. Top 10 chain. It's incredible. Crypto.com institutional. They have an institutional Twitter page as well. They've got trading competitions. They've got new projects coming out to Cronos. They've got talks with some of the leaders in Cronos. They're doing a lot of great things. And here's the thing I want to point out. 2.6 million followers on this exchange Twitter page. Okay, folks? 2.6 million followers. Let's pivot. OKX. A lot of you guys have seen us talking a little bit about OKX. OKX has 2.7 million followers on Twitter. 100,000? Yeah, 100,000 more followers on Twitter. But what's been going on lately with OKX? Well, let's take a peek at this. OKX is ranked number 23 at a $3 billion market cap. It was not here before. In fact, I don't even think it was in the top 50. And out of nowhere, this exchange token popped up. Well, why? Because they launched their own chain. Cronos has had its own chain for years now, for I think about 2 years. It's a new chain, but it's had its own chain for I think about 2 years now. Why did OKX take off? I mean, they've got the same amount of followers on Twitter, essentially, right? And matter of fact, OKX has less users than Crypto.com, more trading volume in the exchange, less users, reportedly. But Crow is still at rank number 34 with $1 billion less in market cap. Guys, that is an imbalance to me, and I'm not trying to FUD OKX. What they're doing is fantastic, by the way. They're launching their own blockchain. It's genius. And they're launching it when there's not a lot of great news going on. Well, that helped them gain some market share and get their token back up in the ranks. But my point here is, guys, Crow's undervalued. Crow's undervalued. And if OKX can have a pump like this, then there's no reason that Crow ain't going to have its day. So David Baker, that 220,000 Crow, that's going to be fun for you, my brother. Jay, mahalo, my friend. Welcome. But you know what I'm saying, Blacksea? You know what I'm saying here?
Yeah, I think it's very important to look at tons of different metrics when you're comparing two different projects that are very, very similar. And I do think that there's an imbalance. And I think there's many other imbalances we can look at in this space. But, at the end of the day, we all sound like broken records here when I say this, but at the end of the day, we're waiting on Bitcoin. We're waiting on this Bitcoin halving. I do think that Crowcoin needs to catch up not only to OKX, but I'll go out and say it, also Binance.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, now you got it. Now I got to do it. Yep. You did it, Blacksea. Now I got to do the thing. Now we got to look at Binance. Guys, remember this. Binance has we've done so many videos on this, but I got to put out the reminder, guys. Binance has about 140 million users. Crypto.com, should I say, has about 80 million users. It has half the amount of users, okay? If it has half the amount of users, there is no reason why one day it should not be half as valuable. If the market cap of Crypto.com was half that of Binance, to Blacksea's point, Binance is at a $47 billion with a B dollar market cap versus Cronos's $3 billion market cap. Pull out my handy dandy calculator, folks, and you got a 47 over 3. That is a 15x. If Crypto.com was to catch up to Binance, it would be a 15x. If it gets to the half value mark of Binance, it's a 7x from here, and that does not even include the bullish momentum for crypto markets overall in the next bull market. So in other words, if Binance gets to a $400 billion market cap and gets a 10x, which, guys, wouldn't surprise me for 1 second, there's no reason that Crypto.com cannot get that same 10x, and if not more, right? Because it's got to catch up to Binance. So if Binance goes to a $400 billion market cap, could CRO go to a $200 billion market cap? And if it does, guys, then now pull out the handy dandy calculator again. A $200 billion market cap for CRO out of the three, it's got $3 billion now. It's a 66x, guys. And right now at 10 cents, a 66x from here, you're making a lot of money, guys. You're making a lot of money. That's how you blast off past that dollar CRO, how you get to your 2, 3, 5. We keep going higher than that, maybe even a $10 CRO one day, and maybe that's 10 years down the road. Maybe it's a little longer. Who knows? Maybe.
Crypto Kip, it's important, though, that you talk about down the road. It's important that you talk about 10 years away, because in retrospect, 10 years will not be a long time when it comes to this emerging industry of crypto. And, guys, I'll say this. Time is on our side. Time is on our side to be accumulating these projects that we believe will stand the test of time. And I'll tell you what, if you don't think that CROcoin is going to stand the test of time, then I'll tell you what, it would have already been gone after the FTX debacle. I think that CROcoin is going to be here for the very, very, very long future. I think it's going to be a big contender with Binance, and we're going to be here for the next 10, 20 years, as long as, AI doesn't come along and disrupt the entire industry, but that would be a severe black swan event. Long story short, I'm trying to say is that CROcoin is here, guys. It's here to stay, and time is on our side to be buying and accumulating.
Absolutely. And Benny, you had a great question there in the chat. I'm trying to think about this for you, brother. Do y'all have any metrics that gauge the lag of altcoin runs after Bitcoin pops? And I'll tell you that we don't have any teed up right here, but let me just try to answer that for the best, in the best way possible that I can here. If you look at the bull market for Bitcoin, right, it came, let's say, the last one. So November 2020, we started flying up, and then to April of 2021. So for about 5 months, remember, starting in November of 2020, Bitcoin started going up. Now, let's use CRO as an example, Benny. So let me go over to CRO. This is about as good as I could do on this one for you right now. But if you go over to CRO and you look at the all-time, okay. So remember, November of 2020, there's December, nothing's happening for CRO. There's January, nothing's happening for CRO. And now we're in February, and now it's, boom, it's February. The end of February, it had a run. But this still doesn't look like the Bitcoin run now, does it, folks? No. It was November. It was not until 6 months after Bitcoin had all its fun that CRO had a pop. Now, CRO's a little different because it had a huge pop because of some of the excitement around the reason that CRO popped, guys. Don't be fooled for a second. It was because they took the naming rights of the Staples Center. That was the event. The timing was right in the market. Bitcoin already did its thing, and everybody was looking for that altcoin season. And so that's when it had its time. But now you look at a Binance coin, Binance is a little bit different, right? Binance is something you got to consider because maybe this happens to CRO this time. Now, back to November of 2020, okay? Nothing's happening. Bitcoin's already moving up, guys. Not much is happening. Slow trickle up for Binance. December happens, not much. January, rocket ship. Massive rocket ship. Hopefully a rocket ship we can have for CRO. Absolutely insane. And within 3 months' time, 4 months' time, Binance got to its all-time high. And so really, guys, in the next year to a year and a half, and for a 3 to 4 month stretch, there's a chance that you have a move like this in CRO and in any altcoin you might be holding. And so the key there is, Benny, is patience, first of all, right, folks? And then 2, taking profit when you're feeling greedy, right?
Yeah, I would say one of my favorite indicators to follow when to take profit is follow the FOMO. When the FOMO starts getting shoved down your face, you can't look anywhere, and not see the investment that you are in. That's probably the time to start taking profit.
Absolutely. And great question, Benny. If you guys have any questions, please throw it our way in the chat. We do appreciate it. If you want to become a member like Benny. And actually, you know what, Benny, I apologize. Blacksea, we talked a little bit about this. I'm just gonna throw it out there in the channel. I think, Benny, you've been with the channel a long time, and you know what, you gifted about 3 memberships, and I think Blacksea and I had a discussion last week, and I'd like to congratulate you, my brother. Blacksea, would you like to tell Benny what we'd like to do for him on the stream?
Yeah, we just made him a moderator. Super excited, Benny. Congratulations. Thanks, man, for being here all the time.
Boom. We're glad to have you as a mod, man. We appreciate you. We appreciate Nazar. We appreciate Texas. All you guys. We appreciate having you as a part of the fam. Crow Bro, glad you're here. Jay, mahalo from Hawaii. I love the Hawaii crew. We got a crew in Hawaii, Blacksea. But remember, guys, the SEC is playing some games, and they are attacking exchanges. I'm going to fly through a couple articles here. We got caught up in the charts today, which is okay. That feels good. That feels good. You know, we got to talk about the chart. We got to talk about the sentiment. But crypto exchanges are under attack. And meanwhile, while Gary Gensler's saying, hey, crypto exchanges may not be qualified custodians, which is just, you know, a bunch of noise, really, guys. It's just, I'm not even going to get into the it's noise. It's noise. It's more of the same. SEC's ganging up. Coincidentally, just yesterday, the senators came out too, and they said, you know, hey, Binance is doing illegal business practices after this FTX collapse. They're coming after the exchanges again. And so if you're thinking, well, why is Crow going down? Well, not only is Bitcoin dominance going up, but these exchanges are getting FUDed again, okay? If Binance is getting FUDed, well, crypto.com is probably going to suffer a little bit too, because exchanges are buddy-buddy, right? Also, on top of that, you know, why am I shrugging off the SEC so nonchalantly? Because judges disagree with the SEC. Judges disagree with the treatment that Binance is getting on this deal. They want to buy out Voyager that is bankrupt. And judges are saying, I don't know what the SEC is doing here, you know, because nobody frankly knows what the SEC is doing here. Europe wants to bring in crypto. Other countries want to bring in crypto. Salvador made Bitcoin a currency, and you can buy your citizenship to El Salvador because of Bitcoin now, which is something. And the SEC's, you know, getting flack from a judge because they're out of line. You know, it's so obvious. It's really pathetic, and it's just a grab. And this is another grab too. I'm zipping through a couple of these, but this one's funny, Blacksea. Crypto miners owe the federal government money. Watchdog reports this. Who's this watchdog? And what the heck are they talking about? You dive into this, and they're saying that some fossil fuel. It's such a convoluted article. This is a Lamb publication. Gizmodo, they're whatever. But they're saying fossil fuel companies. So the story here is some fossil fuel companies are using their fossil fuel to power Bitcoin miners within their property on public lands, and they're, you know, not paying royalties for their crypto gains to the government. And it's just another FUD story. How far do they got to stretch here? You know, how far do they have to stretch out these laws? These aren't laws, these rules, this old world order to try to reel in this new competition to the traditional financial system that is crypto, that is global money.
You know, I'll tell you what, they're going to stretch it as far as they have to make sure that they make the most profit. It's as simple as that. And, you know, there's all, I don't know. I think that this whole SEC and regulation talk will be the talk of the town until they finally come out and tell everybody what the whole truth is going to be of this regulation. Then everyone's going to go, oh, that's it? That's it? And then that might be a massive catalyst to really ignite this upcoming bull market. I'm going to keep looking into that, because I do think that the way that the stars will align and the way that these events will line up with the timing of the Bitcoin halving, I think that could be a massive catalyst to push Bitcoin into the beginning stages of the bull market.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be, you look at that Binance run that we just took a peek at, you know, an event like, you know, getting past and, hey, these exchanges are okay. That could be the major event for some of these exchange coins and just crypto overall. That's going to be one of the biggest. That could be the biggest thing to move crypto markets. In fact, I expect it to be. I'm totally with you there. But in the meanwhile, you know, it's just more of the same, guys. Like, this is just going along with the sentiment of the market. And if you see the news and it's all bearish, negative, I buy. I just buy because I don't believe the mainstream media. I mean, I'm not going to get political here, guys, but if you watch politics, left, right, center, I don't care who you are, what you are, you see the media lie all the time in these elections. You see them lie in markets, right? The Silvergate Bank is a great example of this too, because what's very interesting is BlackRock, a huge, huge investment firm, came out and they said, yeah, Silverbank's fine and we're buying it. Well, then just like months later, it's a huge dump. It's down 90% over the last year. I wouldn't be like surprised for a second if it came out that it was actually BlackRock that dumped all the shares. They said, yeah, Silvergate's fine. We're buying more. Yeah. And then the media goes and talks about it, which is exactly what they wanted. And then, it's done. Now it's dead and they dumped all their shares on us, right? This is kind of unfortunately how it works, guys. The people that have all the money, they control the media narrative, and whatever's happening in the media is typically the opposite, in my opinion, of what is actually happening behind the scenes. It's just so silly obvious. And the crazy thing is there's so many people that still just don't catch it, which is why there's so many people. When you ask, have you bought crypto? I just don't know enough about it. I'm scared. Well, why are you scared? We talked about the guy at Starbucks, Blacksea. Well, why are you scared? Because, that's what everybody says to be. Huh? What?
Yeah, it's a shame, but unfortunately, that's the way the world works, and a lot of those people that eat that up are going to miss out, and they'll continue to miss out. You need to be a critical thinker, and if anybody is watching this right now, then you're a critical thinker, and you're in the right place at the right time, and I think that you're doing the right thing when it comes to achieving your financial goals.
Absolutely. And Harris, I see you got quite a bit of curl here. You got 135K Velo. Let's see how that one goes. I don't know that much about that one. I can't say too much about that project. I've heard some hype, but I'm excited for CRO. I'm excited for these exchanges, and I'm trading opposite of the news narrative. That's for sure. Benny in the chat, I see you. Crypto.com's coming out with their own fear and greed index. Yeah, that'll be very interesting. I love what they're doing, Benny. We talked about the Crypto.com Research and Insights Twitter account. They're coming out with these news stories that are great. A lot of research and insights. It's really fantastic what they're doing. But again, here's more. I stacked up a bunch of negative stories for you guys just to get an idea. Now there's people coming after some Bitcoin ATMs, which I bet you, we're not going to put a poll in the chat for this one, but I bet you if we did, we'd see 0% for this. How many of you guys actually use crypto ATMs? Probably nobody. Crypto ATMs, not a lot of people use it. There was a scam going on with crypto ATMs. Who cares? I'm glad that they're getting it taken care of, right? I don't want anybody to get robbed. I don't want any scams to be happening, but it seems like news articles are just constantly coming up with anything they can. One of the biggest things you guys really got to be on the lookout for here is March 14th. There is more CPI data coming out, and this will be big. The last one started a lot of fear in the market. What actually started a lot of excitement? It was the PCE data that started a lot of fear. So now everybody's going to be looking at March 14th. But historically, guys, there's going to be a lot of volatility surrounding this information that's coming out, the CPI data. So be on the lookout for this. You can see some of this here. And guys, just know there's going to be a lot of volatility. Could be a great opportunity to trade. If you do want to leverage trade, really for experienced traders, guys, we got free money for you in the links in the description down below. If you haven't done it and you want to try it, it's there for you. You got to deposit money to get the bonus, but check it out if you'd like. Just remember, guys, we typically end our streams on this Bitcoin rainbow chart for a reason, because you have to remember that it is about dollar cost averaging and hodling for the long term. And then you got to be Mr. Plan Profit. You got to take the profit, guys. We've got a Bitcoin halving coming up in March of 2024. And the Bitcoin bull market will be coming in the end of 24 into 2025. Most likely, give or take a couple months, guys. We'll be talking profit taking the entire way. One quick update for you guys. Last week, they did come out with the Loaded Lions glossary for some of the resources. And today, they came out with some more information for the Loaded Lions main city, which is very, very cool. I wanted to share that with you guys. A little bit about how it works. They just kind of go into, you collect gold. You're talking about how it's a mogul style game, kind of like Roller Coaster Tycoon, like we've been talking about on the channel. And there's only going to be a couple winners. They talk about basically each land NFT that a player owns will be one plot of land. And then that'll be a city, and you'll build that up from scratch. So if you have multiple plots of land, like I do you want to manage multiple cities? Is that going to be time consuming? We'll have to kind of see how that is. Is that going to be beneficial? Will you be able to earn CRO from this? We'll still have to see. Well, if you look a little bit more into this, they talk about the main city income, which is pretty cool, but it's all about gold and diamonds, and that's how you'll win. And basically, strategically, you're going to be generating this as passive income, in-game income, and you can kind of optimize how much you're earning by properly upgrading cities and things at the right time. And they're just kind of starting to launch this. So this is part one.
Kip, I'm pretty excited about this, man. I really want to start doing some crypto gaming live streams for you guys, and I'm really eager to play Main City and play around with some other crypto games as well. Maybe we'll start streaming that in the near future.
Yeah, when it comes out, maybe we'll just tag a little portion where I'll like harvest some gold and diamonds and do a little upgrade. Well, we're just talking charts in the channel. That might be fun. And I know, guys, be on the lookout because Blacksea is going to start leverage trading live on the channel definitely during some of the videos. We'll get to live at some point for that, but we're going to start doing that for you guys. Blacksea.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for that. It's going to be a lot of fun, You shouldn't copy my trades, but we'll definitely have some fun just playing around and just showing how leverage can be a very useful tool for experienced traders and how everyone could learn to use this tool.
Yep. And guys, it's really for experienced traders. And you'll see when we do it, when Blacksea does it, there's no chance that he's going to win every trade. Nobody wins every trade, right? So you'll get a real look at really what it's like to trade, right? And we've been in the market for a long time, so we got a lot of experience in these markets, and so we feel comfortable doing it. But just know, even experienced traders do not win every time. It's not possible. It's not possible.
But the name of the game when it comes to trading is as long as you can win 51% of the time, you're a successful trader.
Keep the losses small and keep the gains as big as you can without being too greedy. You guys gotta greed. Careful for some greed, folks. But we are excited for this Main City. I think this is very, very cool. A lot of great things to come for this project, guys. We're giving away a loaded lion at 25,000 subscribers on the channel. Follow us at _crypto report if you haven't done so already. And if you are a member on the channel, like Benny, like Nazar, like Texas Crypto, like Let's Go Crow, who gave a free membership today, like some of the other members on the channel, you get an additional 10 entries for every month you are a member towards this giveaway and more that are coming in the future, guys. We're doing 5 videos every single day for you. When we hit 10,000 subscribers on the channel, we're giving away $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. We've got over 1,000 videos, and there are going to be many more videos to come, guys, because we're not going to stop. We will relentlessly continue to keep you guys up to date with the crypto markets because we believe in it. We know that it's here to stay, and we know that it is an opportunity to make some generational wealth for you, for me, for your families, and into the future, guys. That is really all we got. Blacksea, you got any parting words for this Crow fam, for this crypto community?
Thanks so much for everyone for watching and tuning in. I love doing these live streams. We do them every Tuesday and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And guys, if you do become a member, you get access to our private Discord. We have NFT Alpha, NFT Whitelist spot giveaways, as well as trading signals, and just a tighter knit community with Crypto Kip and I. Thanks so much for watching, guys.
We're excited, guys. Come and join us, and let's talk some crypto. That's all we got. I'm Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. Don't forget to smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, guys, you got to remember, DCA, HODL, make millions, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. We got some videos coming for you real soon. Peace.